He's got one of the most dangerous jobs in the country. Colonel Kamullahdin is the chief of police in Lashkagar, the capital of Helmand province. He's gathered together a few hundred of his men to go on an operation.
There are rumours that the enemy have come to this area and are causing trouble for the people, their vehicles and the transportation convoys that bring in gravel, as well as harassing the checkpoints that are made in some of the districts. All the time the enemy caused these people trouble. That's why we started this operation, so that we can clear some of the enemy that are in the area, eradicating them.
The police go about searching local compounds. A roadside bomb was detonated in the district recently. The police are after clues as to who planted it. They arrest 5 suspected Taliban. Local residents want to know why the arrests have been made. The commander tells the crowd that they know who the enemies are, so the arrest should come as no surprise. But they're going to interrogate the men, and if they're innocent, they will be released.
For some insurgents, or people who we don't know, they plea, and out of respect to the elders we release them. But we had evidence against these men, and my police are from this area, so they have an idea of who is Taliban and who isn't. The people like us. They have cooperated with us everywhere we've been. They show us the enemies. If there are any mines, they tell us. This cooperation right now, out of 100, about 80 or 85% of them trust the armed forces.
Much of this cooperation can be credited to Colonel Kamullahdin himself. He's a popular man who seems to not only have the respect of the local people, but he's got the respect of his men too.
I sit in his office and I just sit and drink chai and watch the world come and go in his office. And people are constantly coming to him for resolution of problems, constantly coming to him with their concerns about police corruption, the behaviour of his officers, or even marital disputes. He's a very effective leader.
We've had no casualties, no wounded, no problem as yet. It's going really well. A few faces are recognised as being insurgents or Taliban. We arrested them, but they had no weapons, so after interrogation it will be known who they are.
There's a lot of talk about transition right now in Afghanistan, and that from next year a process will begin of transitioning security from the different provinces from ISAF control to Afghan. This is what it should look like on the ground. Afghan security forces taking the lead and outnumbering ISAF on operations.
As you look around, you see just ANSF and a couple of ISAF forces like myself who are very much just on the margins, not really taking part. And if you swing round, you can see my guys sort of, at their vehicles, just observing proceedings. If this was 1 year ago, then it would have been the other way around. I'd have been here with my full planning team. All of my guys would have been doing most of the operation, and there would have been a few ANSF in support.
William Bonnett for the NATO channel in Helmand province, southern Afghanistan.